Welcome, guys. Welcome to the live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach, who will be doing a live trading session and live analysis, live discussion. As you can see, in just a matter of an hour, there's a news coming up. I'm a bit late today, but hope that everyone is ready for another big trading week and trading days. So far so good, going very well. We see that in the past session we had a trade, and that also has given us some profit on that. Now as the news is coming, let me look at the news calendar to see how the market is doing. Looking at the calendar here on news calendar, we'll first see how the market might be doing. So looking at here on news at 12:30 a.m. coming in my zone, unemployment claims, and then coming up tomorrow AUD, RBA government speaks, and then also tomorrow coming up CAD. So we'll be looking at starting with gold, and let me know if you are looking at any particular pairs that you are trading. And guys, let me know if everyone is here. I hope that you are here ready for another trading day. Naveen, good evening, sir. Today trade has given good profit. Thank you, Naveen. Welcome. Yeah, absolutely. This is the main goal of us here in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, to learn trading, to make profit. All right, this is the main two things. And I would recommend always focus on learning more than gaining, even than profit. All right, learning is the key, because if you look at bigger picture, that will let you know that what will happen over time when you focus on learning, which is the main thing. That looking at bigger picture, focus on learning, and then keep growing as a trader. All right, this is here always keep growing as a trader. And let's find out what is the next opportunity we have. And I was looking at gold chart. You can see there is a huge manipulation on gold. It formed a very complex structure here. The price started to drop and then has gone up. So we have seen a big consolidation and manipulation in that area. So let's see. I will be first of all looking at the daily chart to see overall picture in the market, and then we'll be jumping on the lower time frame to see how we can find trading opportunity. As daily chart is lower time frame, medium, not a lower time frame, not higher time frame, but a time frame that always gives a very clear idea about the directional bias in the market. So looking at first of all here on, if you look at the daily chart, what do we see? That today's candle, after yesterday's doji here from the daily time frame on gold, today we saw that the market has, after a retest, has dropped down from this level, and with the drop, expecting gold to drop further to create a new lower low. If you look at the intraday perspective from the 4-hour time frame, where there is a bearish candle, a bullish candle, now a very strong bearish candle. And if I go back to the daily to find out the levels that we will be looking for entry on gold, is, as you can see, the market is in a very sharp downtrend. And also I want to draw this support level, this trend line on gold from the daily, and I think that the price might try to break this daily low today, as the price got rejected after multiple liquidity gap. I think that gold is likely to drop to this level, to the daily support level, expecting it to drop down to create a new lower low. And as the market is trending, we can expect gold to drop in that direction. So let's look at the monthly to see again bigger picture. So from the monthly time frame, we can see that gold from the monthly, from this resistance level, has got a very sharp rejection. If we look at the weekly chart, where we can see that from this weekly resistance. Also we see that gold has got a rejection at this point. This is the weekly support level here, and with that weekly support, the price we have seen that initially broken down has gone up. And if we look at the daily chart, where this is the support level from the daily, and you can see this is this week's low. If you remember, we had a trade here, and I think the price might try to break the low again from the on the lower time frame. So if we look at the intraday, here is a very complex structure which we can consider as a head and shoulder, as the price has broken that high, got a very strong rejection. And if you look at this overall structure, we see that it's a bearish structure. You see that there was a trend, right, and from a head and shoulder breakdown, we have seen the market has gone up again to retest this level. Now the price is again getting rejection from that zone, so expecting gold to drop down to create a new lower low. So let's see now from the lower time frame. If we look at the 1 hour chart, there is a breakdown, complete breakdown from this level. The price currently trying to penetrate, and I think that we could see ultimately coming to 2023 level. And also guys, we will be looking at also Gbpusd very soon. Make sure you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I am posting every single day. And I'm sure that you will enjoy this live session. Make sure you sit tight, take notes when you need it. So let's see now. Here is the 1 hour chart here, and let me draw the local support level, intraday support, which might turn resistance. You see this green move is a complete manipulation, and we saw that there's a complete breakdown from that level. So looking at here on the 15 minutes again, looking to see, so this is a doji here. It's a very sharp downtrend at the moment, and I think that we might see that gold ultimately dropping down further. This is the 5-minute chart, expecting gold to go up for a pullback. So you see that 2029 30 level, which we may not see going there, but if it reach there, will be a zone that we can look for entry by pending order or by market based on the price action confirmation. We will be looking at that. So this is my level today that I will be looking for gold to go up to give us an entry before dropping to 2023. If the price managed to reach there, we will be looking for that entry opportunity. And let me know guys, in our previous live, in our Tokyo session live, how many of you had that trade? We left that pending order on, and we that pending order was in fact triggered, that if you remember it had been. Thank you for joining. JJ, thank you. Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Darren, good morning. Tolian, hey. Mutsi, hello coach, following from Botswana. Thank you very much for joining. So now let's see, we have seen that there's a potential level here on gold, and also there is a news coming up in just a matter of an hour. So we might see that during the news we could see that spike. If it does, then definitely we will be looking to enter. Okay, so spike might give us some more opportunity as well. And let's see the next pair. And how was your day today? Let me know. Are you ready for a big day? Thank you, sir. 3 profit in the morning session. Well done. Well done. This is the, this is the main intention, main goal of trading in here. Boom, morning Following from Kenya, thank you. Dollar yen, please check. Yeah, we will be looking at that. Okay, so let's see now where is the next opportunity for us. And okay, so here is with the news, I'm expecting it to have a bounce. This is a high liquidity zone here. You see there's a huge drop. This in this zone, in this area, there is almost no pullback. You see the whole movement is a red movement and there is no green candle in that area. So now the price, you can see, if it is before the news, if the price will reach that level 9 to 230, we'll be waiting for the price to retest and then to reject from that level. So let's see how the market does, and expecting it to go up for a pullback. I think before that even we might see the drop, but if it goes up with the news, we'll be looking for entry before the news or after the news. Okay, so this is what we'll be doing on gold. Now let's look at GJ. We'll come back to gold. This is the level that we will be waiting for a breakout before dropping down below the weekly low. And I think that today we might see that, because today is Thursday, tomorrow is the last day of trading week. We might see the price even could try to break down to this weekly 20 EMA. Let's see what happened. So now let's look at the GJ, GBP, JPY, guys, and let me know also what other pairs that you are looking at. And also I have every week I decided to give away something to help the community. I know that there was a time when I began my trading, I stumbled everywhere. So it's a long journey. I know that many of you in that journey, I had all kind of experience, all kind of mistakes that I made along the way. So I decided to help as much as I can. So make sure there is a what I called a trading plan that you can find on the description of this video. It's a demo trading plan. You can download it so you can rewrite it for yourself, where you can find the risk management criteria. That will be helpful. Next week also there will be different something coming up to give away. I know that what you exactly need at this time, so I have put a downloadable. It's a free, you can download that and then rewrite it for yourself. There is an objective is very, very important in trading. So what is objective? Why you are trading, the reason behind the trading, because every act need a kind of energy behind it. This is what the missing piece of the puzzle that many people don't understand, is that the energy needed to create something. That trading is in fact very highly emotional. I know that, right? Because it deals with capital, it deals with money, and because of that trading plan, that objective, when you write it down, believe me, it will be very, very helpful to you, especially when it comes down to handling the emotion in trading. Because that the antivirus is created from virus, right? The same virus is needed to create the antivirus. So in the similar way, to combat emotion, you need emotion. Very simple, right? So you need emotion to combat emotion. How does it work? The emotion of fear and greed is the main reason that traders lose money. And when you have a higher emotion that can overcome that emotion of fear and greed, then you become like a Superman that can make things happen. So that higher emotion comes from the place of reason. All right. So when you have a reason, it's a higher level of emotion. So what do I mean by higher level of emotion? Let's look at that, and then we'll be looking at the Gbpusd. This is the real stuff will help you in your trading. You see that there are some fundamental emotion that every human experience in their lifetime. Okay, fear is very, very, every human have that fear. And then greed is a kind of emotion, right? And that emotional quality of that fear is that has some kind of effect in us that led us to take irrational decision, right? But if you go to the scale on the emotional, reason is a very high emotional state. So what is reason? Reason is when you know the things that why you are doing. And for example, if I give a concrete example, let's say someone is trading because trading. But what if you have a clear defined reason behind the trading? For example, probably you have a partner that you want to marry, right? And you love him or her, and you want to build a house for him or her, and that's a reason, right? It's a big reason. Or maybe you want to take him or her to the holiday, or probably you have a family that you want to take him or her to the every weekend in the good restaurant to eat and have some good time, but you need extra, right? Or maybe you are retired, but you want to spend your time, you have something that you want to experience, but you need additional fund for this, right? So these are reason. When you write that down, that creates an emotion drive to succeed in that business of trading, and that's where the energy comes, the higher emotion. So that will combat the lower emotion that sometimes causes us to lose money in trading. So hope that will help, and use that objective on the trading plan to rewrite it for yourself. And also there is a risk management component in it, so make sure you do that. And with that being said, let's see what is on GJ, how the price is doing. Looking at the monthly chart on Gbpusd, what do we see here on the monthly is that it's a long-term bullish market. If you look at starting from here, this is a huge impulse followed by a correction, and we can see that from this level previous months a complete breakdown that probably you have seen our analysis as well previous months, and from that zone we have seen a complete breakout again. And the way the market is heading, I think it's heading to that resistance level from the monthly for long-term perspective. And if we look at the weekly, what do we see? Previous week a long week candle, this week expected to drop further, but we see that the market is trying to, the way it is forming the structure, I think Gbpusd might be going up further to create a new higher high on the weekly. So if you look at the daily chart, we can see that from the daily time frame, this is the daily impulse followed by another daily movement. The price has broken that resistance completely to the upside, and what we see here is that the price, this is the daily movement, and expecting for a bit more pullback, and then we will be looking for the entry opportunity. This is a complete bullish market structure, wanting for the price to have, this is a, see, there is a wickless candle here, and every session the market is forming series of higher high and higher low. So we'll be waiting for at least one candle's low to be broken, especially if you look at this 4 hour. But I think that this candle might not go up further. It might consolidate here, and then we could see a drop and then bounce back up. So we'll be leaving those levels on the chart to find potential entry opportunity on GJ. So this is what I will be waiting. Especially, you see, this is a move here, a clean bullish move, expecting for the price to break that low and then to give us an entry opportunity. The trend is very strong on GJ, expecting for the price to break from that structure and then to give us that entry opportunity. Break of a structure is the key. Human from Ghana, thank you for the opportunity to learn from you. You're welcome. Absolutely, I'm sure that you will enjoy here. Absolutely. This is what we make community. Kevin, would you take GBP CAD sell from the current zone? GBP CAD from the current zone. What is GBP CAD? There is a head and shoulder, but there could be potential for downside on GBP CAD, but at the moment, it's at the bottom. I wouldn't sell. It might go up for a pullback, but we could see that this is also a big head and shoulder here, and the trend is down, so potential for downside, but it's not in my strategy at the moment, so I'll leave it there. GBPJPY movement, yeah, Krish, long on dollar yen, short on AUD USD. Coach, you're long on dollar yen. Looks to me that gold is dollar is stronger, so sir, I buy GBPUSD. Can I hold, sir, or exit? Gaurav Kumar, you bought GBPUSD. I don't know from which level you bought, and looks like very strongly bearish. So if we look at the daily, I don't see any reason for buying, but it looks like it's getting a very strong rejection from the top. But I cannot comment your trade because I don't know what strategy you used or from what level you bought. But I see that the market structure is bearish at the moment. Going back to gold, we see that there is a rejection, a big rejection on gold. So it didn't move up to give us an entry, but let the news make some change, and then we will be looking for that entry opportunity. Okay. GJ. So very strongly bullish GBPJPY, expecting it to drop and then to give us potential entry opportunity. You see that there is a very strong bullish market structure. So from the news perspective, okay, here looking at news calendar, what do we see, which is especially because there is a news coming tomorrow on AUD and also on CAD. So these two instruments also might be getting very volatile, and you can keep attention on it also. You're quickly looking at AUD USD as well. Now if you look at the AUD USD, what do we see here on AUD USD is, you see this is a very nice looking 5 minutes head and shoulder here also. Let me see the bigger picture, daily chart. Previous day AUD USD has formed a doji, and after this doji formation, what AUD USD did here is big drop, pullback, narrow doji. We have seen another drop here on AUD USD. So now if we look at the intraday time frame, what we have seen that in that area is where there is a quite a few smaller candles, and there is a bounce, consolidation, a breakdown here on AUD USD. And what we see that as the market has managed to break down, price has gathered that enough liquidity from here. It's a long-term downtrend, and also there is a news tomorrow, so you could see that AUD USD getting very volatile. So with the news, if we see that the market managed to pull back to the upside, we could see that AUD USD giving us potential selling opportunity. So once we find that, we'll be looking for that entry on AUD USD, which we could see eventually dropping down further. So there is a very high probability for the price to move up to retest and then to return back. Let's see how the price does. Based on that, we will be entering the trade. And in the meantime, I believe that guys, you are enjoying the live session. I hope that you guys can hear me. Thank you. And if you're enjoying, give a thumbs up, guys and girls, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Okay, so big drop on gold. Okay, so we are nearing to the news. Sometimes I got silent, isn't it? Sometimes I got very silent. Need it, isn't it? Silence is the language of the universe. Sometimes it is important, you know, that there is noise everywhere. In the market also there is noise. Probably you have heard that look at the higher time frame to remove the noise on the lower time frame. So if you look at the news, there is a noise. If you look at the market, there is a noise. Virtual market, there is a noise. If you go to the market, shopping center, there is a noise. So everywhere there is a noise. And if you look at inside, also there is noise. So when you shut down from that noise, you can see everything very clearly. Especially in the trading, you see that when you remove the noise, you can see everything very clearly. If you look at the water of the river, when the water is very volatile, you can't see any fish on it, right? You need to let the water settle down, see it clearly, and then you can hunt that everything that you need. So it's very important that always sometime you get quiet, become silent, and then hear the voice within, which is also many people missing. So now let's see on GJ, it is a bit more choppy on the lower time frame. I'm expecting it to break any of this local support level. Break from the structure, especially you see there is a doji here. It's a very high liquidity. And this is where we can expect for the price to break, retest, and then to bounce back to the upside, which is a very important level. And if you look at the lower time, especially 15 minutes and 30 minutes, there is a big drop. We may not see that far, but any break in that direction, we might see that news also impacting that GJ. We might see, and afterwards a very strong bounce. Then we can look for that entry opportunity. Thank you, Arun. Support level. Can we have a buy view for gold, dear coach? Thank you. Buy at 1 point. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Please check. Dollar CAD. GU. So GU. Dollar CAD. Yeah. There's a CAD news coming, so we'll be looking at dollar CAD as well. There is a bounce on dollar CAD. Let's see the bigger picture. Now, after breaking the weekly low, the reason I'm looking at the weekly chart is because there was a pin bar previous week on dollar CAD. And with that pin bar, this is the support level. And if you look at quickly, there's a big bounce on the with this pin bar. And there's a gap opening on dollar CAD, expecting for the price to bounce from this level. If we look at the daily chart, 1 day drop, 2 day drop, 3 day, we have seen that there is a initial liquidity gap from this daily 20 MA. It's getting rejection from this level. So if we take our Fibonacci from low to the high from the daily, it's from the 50% where there is a high confluence. Okay, so Fibonacci, probably have heard of it. Fibonacci. What is Fibonacci? Fibonacci is a sequence. So if you look at the number 1 plus 2, more often explained, and you don't have to do that, it's just the way it is. So 1 plus 2 equal to 3, plus 4 equal to 7, plus 8 equal to 15, right? So this is Fibonacci series. It's the nature's code the nature uses to have the highest efficiency. If you look at the galaxy, you can find that Fibonacci. You see the galaxy is like that, exactly that. So it's the golden ratio uses to create the infinity in everything. If you look at the black hole also, you'll see that that golden ratio. Human brain also has the golden ratio, right? So everything, so it uses the compacted nature to create the precise efficiency in its work, the nature. So from the Fibonacci perspective, we see that the price is getting rejected from 50% Fibonacci level, and because there is an impulse, we can add that confluence as Fibonacci. Keep in mind, guys and girls, that I do not use Fibonacci as primary reason for trading, but I use it as a tool to get additional confluences in my entry. Another word is, why do we need an additional confluence, right? Sometimes it comes to a question to ask. There is a reason behind it. We'll be discussing on that. Why do you need an additional confluences? Okay, I'll get to that point. First of all, let me see here on this zone here. You can see from this previous resistance turn support, we have seen that bounce on the daily. And if we look at the intraday time frame here on this is an impulse, and expecting for $CAD to come down and then to go back up again to create a new higher high. Here is 1 hour chart trying to bounce. So here we can see an inverted head and shoulder. Now the news will tell us everything. Ready for the news? If the news had a breakdown, and we can look for entry from the daily time frame. This is the daily support here. Look at, and expecting a local breakdown and then to give us entry, though it's a very strongly bullish. But as soon as we will find that entry, we'll be looking for entry opportunity on $CAD. Let's see how it does. And because dollar and AUD getting very volatile as the news coming up, we'll keep eye in majority of the pairs. Going back to gold, the market is trending, which is good, especially USD pairs are trending at the moment. Going back to gold to see, so we have around 40 minutes for the news to come. I believe that, guys and girls, you are enjoying the live session. Give a thumbs up, guys, and also subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done yet, press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I am posting every single day. Okay, so here is expecting this is a liquidity zone. Precious metal gold. Anytime giving us entry, we will be looking for that entry opportunity. Let's see how far it goes. And also, it is very important that, guys and girls, you have a strategy when you are trading. It's very important that you trade based on strategy. Simplest strategy is always the best. but you can have any kind of strategy. And when you have a strategy that is simple, also is helpful. So we talk about the confluences. I will be discussing on that. Great job, coach Emmanuel. Yes, thank you, Emmanuel. Well done. Why did $CAD not dropped into 4-hour FVG? A very good question. We'll be going into that point. Make no sense to me. So $CAD not drop into the 4-hour FVG doesn't make sense to you. Let me see why it didn't drop to the 4-hour FVG. So you mean that in that zone? Okay. So in that area. Okay, so if you look at, we might see the next week movement, but the reason it didn't drop here is, let me tell you why. You see that when the weekly week started from here, okay, this is the weekly movement initially has happened, right? And at the end of the week we saw that $CAD again has dropped, broken the weekly low. So from the multi-time frame we see the $CAD already overextended in one direction, right? Now if you look at the daily, so if you look at that 4-hour, it didn't drop to fair value gap, but in daily it already filled that fair value gap. Let me tell you where the fair value gap. How do you identify it? See this daily move, red, 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 and then where it reached this one, right? This is the lowest of this daily move. Now what is that? When you identify the lowest point of the daily move, look for the highest point of that candle. This is the highest point of this. See, this is why I have drawn that level here. And if you closely look at, what do you see? The price exactly has come to that level, and probably 1 pip or less than 1 pip. Yeah, so 1 pip away, it just had a bounce from that level. So it basically tested the FVG on the daily time frame and got a rejection. So higher time frame is always dominant rather than the lower time frame. It might come at some point to fill that FVG on the 4-hour, but from the daily it had a bounce from a very important zone, and because of that we see that bounce, and we might see that the price hitting this level again, and later we might see another drop, but at the moment we see that the market is moving in that direction. Okay, this is the support level. Let's see how far it goes. The news will tell us a lot of story behind once the news has been released. Hope that this makes sense to you now. If it isn't, still let me know, and if it, then give a thumbs up, guys and girls. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification, and also you can go to the description area. There is a giveaway. There is a demo trading plan where you can use that to rewrite your own story. There's a risk management component in it, so which is available to download for free. You can find it, use it, rewrite it. I would recommend you to rewrite it for yourself. Always use the hand to write this kind of things rather than the computer, because when you write with the hand, then there is a relationship between, there is a motor skill, there is a motor and brain coordination, which is millions of years. Our brain is evolved in that way. If you look at the ancient civilization, you'll see that there is always a symbol they used, carved on the wall, on the stone. So this is the starting of the writing. So the brain takes it very seriously when you write it down. Okay, so if you can write it down before you go to sleep, then it's gonna be more effective. So try to write down, and then you'll see that it's gonna happen for you. So rewrite it and then print it, keep it on the desk, read over and over again. The only thing that you need is don't quit, and then keep going. Thank you. Tango. Bye. 2025. Could you answer my question in subdet? Right. What do you mean by? How do you see a gap in the price action as if it will get filled out? Do you see gap in the price action? So you mean that how do you see a gap in price action? Gap in price action, it depends on how you are looking with that gap. Okay, so I will be discussing on that. You're my hero. You are my hero too. Thank you. Gold is buying now. Okay, you're buying gold. It's a very strongly falling market. What is going down is likely to go out down. That's the law of trading. Dollar index reversal. Okay, thanks for your answer. Yeah, with tweezer right at the supply zone at higher time frame. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. That's a big move. It's a big move on gold. With before the news, it has that drop to the weekly support level. So it's feeling that weak. So GJ is the other way around. We need to find that entry, guys. Hope that you are patient on that approach. It's absolutely important that we are patient when we are trading. Patience is very, very important for healthy trading habit. So majority of the pairs in a trend, which is good, because when the market in a trend, that is where we have the opportunity to take positions in our favor. And before I progress further, let's see hold buy, go buy after tapping 2021, then rejection, dollar index reversal indication. Coach please guide dollar index reversal indication. On dollar index, indication is not enough, so we need, in trading, indication will not be enough definitely. So you'll just see that it turns around. Buy the market who is fully bullish, sell the market which is fully bearish, according to legend JC Livermore. So if you see an indication of reversal, then most likely that the market just moved around in that direction. So when is the indication you can take into the account? When the market trend changes, which is absolutely important. So let's say if you see a market doing like that, okay, rather than looking for reversal, look for a breakdown from the structure, and then look for reversal here, because it when the market breaks down from that structure, from the trend, in majority of the time you'll see it will try back down again, especially in the first breakdown, right? There are some ways you can identify that. For example, when you see, these are the real clue that will definitely will change your trading completely. You can watch this live session over and over again, or save this screenshot or anything. Just keep noted. When you see that a market has gone up straight to a very important key level without proper trend, this is a very highly likely that this market will revert back again to the direction. But when you see a market is going with a trend, and along the way it is gathering liquidity like that, okay, that is a healthy market that will move a lot in that direction. So in that market, what you need is wait for the breakdown, create an overextension. Once the market will revert back again, then go for the long. So if I give you an example of both kind, so if you look at the gold price today, you'll see that example. If you look at the 15 minutes, see that this move on the 15 minutes is a fake move, has gone directly completely against the trend, complete vertical move. The trend is down, has gone back against the trend, and a straight rejection, right? So if you look at that kind of movement, you will find over and over again. This move also a fake move, straight rejection. Okay, so when it breaks against the trend, this one also, you see that this move, complete vertical move, and then when the market gather liquidity, you see that when it was trending in that direction, it's gathering that liquidity, which is the real direction of the trend. And any break from that level structure, which is complete reversal pattern. So news in how much time? Just 20 minutes. I hope this makes sense. Guys, if it is making sense to you, I would appreciate your support by giving a thumbs up to the live session. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. Let me know your idea and let me create a poll. Let's see what's your thought on gold. So gold is bullish with the news. I'll put a, let me precise that question. So what do you think gold's move after news? So do you think that it's gonna reverse or it's gonna dump? $20, yeah. So Gbpusd, if we look at in that zone, here is whenever the market is hitting that level, getting rejection from the top. So it's a sign that PJ might trying to get reversal. It's consolidating in that area, so might have a complete drop. You could see that. Aman, how do you use gap in price action as if it will get filled or it will get rejected? Well, there is a two-way to understand gaps. Okay, so gap alone will not give you any idea about either the market will fill that gap or it will get the rejection. One thing about the gap is that it get filled at some point, but after the filling of the gap, what will happen will determine with the market structure and other factors that you need to consider. For example, if you see after a reversal pattern has formed, complete reversal pattern, and the market open with a gap, especially on the weekend, you see a very high chance that the market will reverse from that level. So it adds spices with the existing structure. It's like you can consider it as getting a disconnection from the original structure, something like that. If I give you an example, say looking at the weekly chart on GJ, see the same thing here. There is a gap opening on Gbpusd, and after this doji, and the market has broken from that level. Here also the same thing, big red candle, the market open with a gap and big drop. So these are some of the ways you can understand gap, and they get filled at some point. You'll see that. So GJ is showing a very interesting structure. If we look at the intraday time frame, expecting a breakdown and then to the upside for a pullback. Now, selling from here is a bit risky, trading against the trend, but we might see that the market might be coming down for a deeper drop. 15 minutes to go for the news. Fifteen minutes to go, and let's see what's happening with the gold. Back to back 15 minutes doji. We look at here. Okay, so if you look at the weekly chart on gold, which is in fact, this is the lowest point on the weekly, and let me delete all of them and redraw so understand it. So this is the weekly candle, previous week a green candle. This week the price tried to break the high, but we saw that multiple times it's getting rejection from the top. So the trend is now very aggressively to the downside. This is the low of the weekly, and this is the 1 hour chart. Let's draw some levels again for the newly developed market structure. Okay, so if the news managed to take the price to the upside, we will be able to find some selling opportunity. I think 2 dojis here is a kind of potential bullish pattern, local bullish, and this is the 15 minutes resistance level. There is a doji. We have 30 minutes to go for the news. If the news taking the price to the upside in that zone, finding a good opportunity, will be selling gold from that level. So this is the intraday resistance newly developed. So we'll be waiting for the price to go ahead and retest. Let's see how the price is reacting with the news, and based on that we can look for that entry opportunity. View on unemployment claims. If the news are positive for gold, gold will manipulate to downside most of the time before the news. Yeah, so it will really will depend on the how the news is coming, but I think for short term we might see some upside bias here. Price action looks like that might go for short term to the upside, but it might even get rejected from the 20 MA here. We have only 10 minutes before the news. So expecting it to drop again and complete an inverted head and shoulder if it wants to go up to that resistance level with the news. The bullish price is not very strong, but still we could see short-term bias. But let the news been released just for 10 minutes. So it's a good price to buy on GJ. Okay, so you think that gold go back up from 2023? Gold Tiger XY. Yes, thank you for that. And also you can see that website for mentorship. We have a couple of spots available that where you can join a mentorship program where you can learn my strategy, and also I do share the trades. Guys, I hope that everyone can hear me. I'm not sure if the mic is working well. So there is a couple of spots open to join the mentorship where you can learn the strategy that I am trading. Just few spots. You can visit the website, given link in the live chat. Once you are on the website, click join now button. You will be able to access all the trading tools that I am using, all the strategies that I am trading, especially one of my favorite tool. You can access to that, the TF strategy indicator and the liquidity indicator. Especially the liquidity and TF strategy indicator works in a trending market well, and if you are a member you can access that from your dashboard. So if you are our member, you can visit the website. To access that you have to be a lifetime member, so which is currently few spots left. Once you are on the website, you can click join now button, then you will be able to join us to be part of Forex Trading Wizard Academy to access all the tools that I am using, including TF strategy indicator as well as liquidity indicator. And also you can be part of a chat group. I do conduct classes where you can join and you can see all the trade that I'm opening. I'm sharing all my trade in the VIP group as well. So let's look at now on the news coming up in 25 minutes. 5 minutes, not 20 minutes. It's now 12:25. So you see a bit more. Yeah, there is a bounce from that level as expected. And if it is a news, I would look to buy from here. You see a potential inverted head and shoulder. the last candle before the news, we might see another drop and bounce in the last candle, or we might see the next one is going up before the news having a big move. So I don't want to guess, but wait for the news to be released and then we can look for that entry. So can you explain the last push on gold plus? Last push. So that's the thing. Sound well. Thank you very much. Well done. Welcome. Okay, so from this level, it's trying to break further in that area and that break, and then expecting it to give us a deeper pullback. It might just keep dropping here because it's a very sharply downtrend, so I'm not in any kind of bull side because it's an downtrending market at the moment. So trend is the most important part of trading, which you know very well. So when you are trading with the trend, you always staying with the bigger flow in the market. Trading with the trend is the most profitable and the best trading strategy you can ever find. That's why you see that all my trade that I open based on the major direction of the trend. Because I'm a trend trader, I love trading with the trend, and all my strategy, if you look at, also based on the trend, including this TF indicator also is based on the trend in the market. So here is from this support level. Okay, so from this support level we have seen primary bounce on gold, and if you look at the 1 minute, there is quite a few bullish candle has formed. So in the last moment, sometime 1 minute will give you a bit more understanding what's happening in the market. So there is quite a few liquidity candle along this area, so it might just grab liquidity and then we could see that it's bounced to the upside for liquidity grab, but it's a long-term downtrend. So if we see the market made pullback enough to the upside, we can look for selling. After the news, we should find a bit more clearer picture in the market. So few seconds left, few minutes left, 1 minute, less than a minute. Are you guys ready? Let me see the vote. Who cast the vote? We saw 59 votes. So 61% think that gold will go up and 39% think that gold will be bearish. So let's see who is winner for the day. And let me look at the calendar as well. so that we see the data to relate with the movement. Very exciting moment. Unemployment claims coming in 10 seconds. Boom. And a spike. Spike down. Spike down. So as the major trend is down, we see that a spike downside. So what do we see here? A big downside momentum on gold, and so it's basically breaking that support level, and after the break to see actually what it might be doing. Just coming down to the daily support level. So there is a, you see there is an imbalance here. There is a long wick has not been tested. Price now coming to test that long wick from the daily, which basically a big long red candle. It's absolutely important that it's trying to figure out what the market is trying to do here. So it's in a very important support level, big long candle from the weekly to the weekly support level, 30 minutes. So what data came out? $208K, so which is good for DXY. That made some little bit of movement on gold. Now gold is forming a pin bar, a long doji. So there is another 5 minutes candle close. Now how the price will evolve, we will be understanding actually what to do here on gold. If it is not being able to break that low, you might find short-term bullish opportunity here, but not at the moment. It's still bearish, but I think that if the price not being able to break the low here, then we could find short-term opportunity to the upside, but at the moment it's still bearish, so no buying at all at the moment. Let's see how the price is reacting to that level. And it's a big move that we see. GJ, thank you. Trend is your friend. Yeah, trend is everyone's friend. Call for entry. No, during the news, no entry. Once the news been finalized, settle down the market, we'll be looking to enter. And don't forget to like this stream, and also guys and girls, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thanks for the support to the channel. I appreciate your support all the time. Okay, so I will be looking to go long here for short term with tight stop loss to this level. So this will be around 31 pip stop loss to this level. And make sure guys, you always do the risk management is the key in trading. It will be a market order. So stop loss at 2021.275 and TP target will be at 2029.714. So it could be a winner, could be a loser. So make sure you always do the risk management. The market is still downtrend. We have entered a bit earlier. So let's see how it react to that level. So if the price is respecting this support, then we will be able to secure some profit here, expecting for the price to go up for the liquidity zone here. So the way we see here, there's a rejection from this level, expecting for the price to go up for deeper pullback. If it isn't, then we are not on it, but let's see how it goes. Very tight entry. If it is not bouncing, then we might be stopped out, but let's see, expecting it to head a bounce because there is a rejection here. And what I think that we might see, the price will go revisit that zone for a deeper liquidity gap, as there is a rejection here. And so I'll be giving a shout out what I will be doing with the position that I am on. Okay, see that bounce potential? I'm just entered into the profit zone, so let's try to catch that move. If it is the move, please do not double up your position. Do not open any position without risk management, and I would recommend you to open in a demo account. So we see the move potential. So the stop loss is here. Let's see, I think it's gonna, if it is not being able to break the low, I'll move that one is 2021.25. Okay, so room to it. Okay, if it is forming this candle, then it's the 4-hour candle here. It's a big long weak candle, big long candle. It's already below this support level. Not expecting it to drop further, but it's already, if you look at the ATR, it's more than 3 ATR candle. It's a big giant candle, and it needs deeper pullback, so we traded for the pullback. If it wants to have a big drop, then so I put my stop loss at 2021.25, so that I have a little bit of room here if it wants to gather further liquidity. And it's not something very good. It's a very big candle. I really don't understand how far it's dropping that far. But if it, this is a giant drop, and it will be really weird if it drops further. Looks like that is showing still bearish, but wanna see that this candle, wanted to see this one is closing as a doji or a green candle, but didn't. So that's really weird for me. It didn't move much. Okay. So from the 1 hour, if we look at, very strongly bearish, but from the 4 hour it's a big drop, expecting from this liquidity zone to go up for a deeper pullback. So you see a candle is trying to form here. Just nearing our entry. Guys, are you with me? Let me know. Smart money has bought gold now, I think. Okay, gold coach price news. Okay, going down past week. Okay, that's awesome, thank you. Okay, so expected a bit stronger bullish bias. Instead, so it's trending down still. But that looks very 12 minutes this candle is closing. It's a absolutely long candle. If you look at the ATR of this candle, it's giant. So it's 78 feet. Come on, it's 3 ATR almost. So this is a complete no man's land in that area. Expecting for the candle to close above. You guys think that the price is moving up? Buyers trapped. Okay, buyers trapped. Let's see what's happening. Many times our trade turned out from the last moment, as you know that, but I'm always managed, so make sure you do that too. Might be breaking down. Gbpusd had a complete breakdown. So gold might be so it has crossed that low. Stopped out. I'm stopped out. It might return from this level. Probably has just taken us. Yeah, it's trying to be return. Okay, I'll be opening buy on gold again with the same setup. Okay, with the same setup, with a bit more stop loss to the downside. So I've opened buy again, bit more risk reward on it because it just has penetrated, and I'm long again on gold. So the stop loss that I put at 20.61. Stop loss at 20.61. TP at 2029.71. Okay, so if a bit bigger TP, let's see. But I think that the price, if we turn from here, we could see a very aggressive move to the upside. We can see the market is trying to pull back because 4-hour time frame, where you look at the intraday, this candle is overextended, expecting very deeper pullback. So okay, so it's moving. It's a very tight stop loss, so I will be securing my profit as soon as I will see at least I have covered the previous trade. So this 5 minutes candle, it formed cross that doji, this candle, and come on, I'm not getting a very strong bullish pattern. Might need to manage the trade in the entry. If we look at the 4 hour, these are almost candle closed. Okay, here expecting with the candle close to go up for a pullback. So it looks weird. So the candle closing in 3 minutes. And with the candle close, it's closing as a full body red candle. How can the price go without pullback? So it's 1.5 minutes remaining for this move on gold, and executing order, buyer trapped here. So let's see, enter after 4-hour candle close. Yeah, that's sometimes looks very weird that after such a big candle it's not going down for a pullback, going up for a pullback. And that's ultimately we should see that. It's probably not the day, not a good day for this. This looks very aggressively bearish, and someday happen, you'll see that some trade will not work out and we have to be on it. It's a complete breakdown. Complete breakdown of the support. So majority of the pairs we see that there is a big huge drop on gold, and that has given the price to Now this is a complete break of the support candle, close to it a big red candle, and now we could see later for a pullback, or it might just keep dropping in that direction. So it didn't comply with anything. Okay, so yeah, thank you. Yeah, sometime it might ultimately go somewhere here, but it just gathering all the liquidity it needed. So we are out for the day. Hope that guys you enjoyed the live session, and as you know, the trading is someday you will have a very good day, someday probably you have to accept some manipulation happens, and I'll see you again trading live tomorrow, last day of trading week. I hope that you will be there again trading. Until then, stay well, stay happy. See you tomorrow trading live, and thank you for joining the live session.